And we are back with beta male. God, fudgies. I always say beta male because that's the term you hear. I am the alpha male, and it's Betamax. And I'm going to say that 100 times wrong just because that's the vernacular. So, whoop, maybe I should just start over, huh? Fuck it. Anyways, here we are continuing with A to Z. Here's Cloak and Dagger. This is the one that I'm not sure if they made the video game after they wrote this script or the game was in production and then they wrote a script around it. It's a kids movie, and it's kind of like Dabney Coleman plays the character in the game, and somehow the character in the game comes to life or something. And I can't remember if he's a hallucination or what exactly is going on, but it's just a nice little kids movie. And if you like the stuff from the 80s, it's like a time capsule because they go to like a computer store and you see all of the tech for the time. Kind of cool. I like seeing it. Oh boy. Oh boy, what the hell happened here? Looks like they tried to sand that down or something. I don't see any mold in there, but what in the world could cause that? Absolutely crazy. Cloak and Dagger. Here we go. We got a rental clear box, Dirty Harry. Last episode we talked about the Deadpool. Now here we are with Dirty Harry. There's no point in taking it out because you can see it. It's see-through. Just recently got this on 4K. If you never saw it, it's a cop in San Francisco. He doesn't like liberals. He likes to put criminals in jail or whatever he does. He pulls out that magnum and they get out of line, they get smoked. This has the guy from Deep Space Nine who played Garrick. He's the bad guy. Suzanne Summers is in here briefly. She's missing her top. Well, not much to say about that. I mean, you either know Dirty Harry or you don't. We all know this, don't we? A Cry in the Dark. Meryl Streep, Sam Neill. Say it with me on three. 1, 2, 3. The dingo ate my baby. There we go. I never saw it. I think this was a true story, and they said she actually was responsible for the missing child, but she says that it was one of those dingoes, which we would call a dog, sort of a wild dog. I might watch that. I don't know. That's one of those ones for pop culture you probably should have seen. But then again, how many people are talking about this movie now? And certainly my daughter would have. She's probably heard The Dingo Ate My Baby because of Seinfeld, but I doubt she connected it to this movie or this true story from Australia. Don't know. The Color Purple, the original, not the remake that was out like a year ago or something like that, a year and a half. This has got the whoopsie in it. I have to tell you that Color Purple, the new one that was sort of a musical, there was an actress in there that was so good, and she didn't even get nominated because they nominated somebody else. And that was a real shame. But this is a freaky, freaky story. And that's all I can say about it if you've seen it or you haven't seen it. But it's crazy. Drives you crazy. I'm not going to tell you what it's about. I'll tell you a little bit about it. It's about somebody going through an absolute misery and coming out the other side is what it's about. So, yeah, there's a happy ending, sort of, but you know what I mean? Chariots of Fire. I've never seen this. This was such a big deal. They played the song all the time on the radio, and I never saw it because it was people running. And that's not my bag, baby. time is 1924. Britain's finest athletes have begun their quest for glory in the Olympic Games. Well, all right, so you're trying to go for the Olympics. I'll check that out. I need to. My film history has some gaps in it. Certainly Chariots of Fire ought to be in there, right? Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, this one doesn't look like it was ever a rental. I don't see any signs of it. It's in immaculate shape. The box kind of looks like shit. The front, I mean, I guess that's okay. Maybe that's the picture. There's some kind of goo on here. Sticker residue. Get off. There you go. Chariots of Fire. Sing the song, watch the movie. Know what I'm saying, G? Oh, here we go. Now, I've heard of Jonathan Livingston Seagull. I have no clue what it's about or what the story is. I don't see anybody I've ever heard of. I guess it was a book. Anytime you see sort of this sort of look about that, gateway videos and stuff like that, you know you're in. This is probably something you'd have watched in school. Maybe I was absent that day. You have the freedom to be yourself, your true self, here and now, and nothing can stand in your way. Jonathan Livingston Seagull's words from the best-selling novel by Richard Bach. There's the sharp focus and the intense and extraordinary determination of Jonathan, who envisions another world, one of love, understanding, achievement, hope, and individuality. An evocative musical score by Neil Diamond is paramount to the film's mood. 1973. Shit, you know, I like Neil Diamond. I'm gonna check that out. Rental. And look by the shape of this thing, not one person took this out and rented it. What does that say? Oh, it's the same guy, Goldsboro and Lillington. Somebody's got to call them, see if they want their Jonathan Livingston Seagull tape back. And they'll go, no, we've moved on to 4K. All right, what do we got here? Meg Tilly. Now, she was the it girl for a couple of years. God, I'm trying to think of the name of the movies that she was in. Okay, Agnes of God, I think, was the big one. There was the one with Rob Lowe. It was basically a kind of Cinemax soft sort of core whatever. I couldn't even tell you. I'm trying to think what else she was in. Oh, she was in that one with Judge Reinhold, where he pretends to be a policeman. Offbeat, that was it. Whatever. And then, of course, you probably know her sister, Jennifer Tilly, which in a lot of respects became a bigger star, and then hit the jackpot by marrying Sam Simon. Let's see. A film in this hauntingly bizarre Hitchcock tradition, Impulse stars Meg Tilly. Oh, she was in The Big Chill. I didn't know that. Tim Matheson and Hume Cronyn. Hume Cronyn was everywhere, too. A shocking chronicle of unsettling happenings in a once peaceful farming community. Something funny has happened to the residents of Sutcliffe, whatever. The proper lady of the town now dips her fingers into a bank cashier's till. A woman fighting for a parking space reportedly rams the car that she has taken. The town's trusted doctor maliciously fiddles with his... Oh, my God. All right. Well, that's some kind of movie, huh? I don't know what's going on there, Chief. Help me out. Come out of there, you. Oh, this one... Well, I guess when this doctor is fiddling, people want to see it. Look at the glue damage on here. That was not the best glue they used. Be kind, rewind. We all know what that means. But I don't see which rental store it was. I might check that out. I don't know. I don't like downers. That sounds like a downer. Here's a weird one. Look at, just gaze at that majesty of this old school case. Look at that. That is so early 80s. The rainbow colors, brown, I don't know what. Some kind of plastic, but it's kind of sandy. Someone just putting inside out. By the way, I do that too. I see why they did this. Because some of these ones you can't read from the side, I went out and got Scotch tape and put it in there. Well, not much to see here. This is not the cartoon, I know that much. But I don't know anything about this. I don't know what year. I don't know what's going on. Nothing. That will be a blind watch. And I love blind watches like that. Atari. Don't confuse it with Atari, which is something you'd want. This is Atari. John Wayne. Red Buttons. What the fuck is Red Buttons doing in there? And Harry Mancini doing the thing. What is this about? Well, surely it looks old. Let's see. Director Howard Hawks reteams with John Wayne, who heads a group of highly skilled professional game hunters in Africa. Only they don't use bullets. They capture their furious big game with strong rope and cameras? What? They capture their big game with strong rope and cameras for zoos and circus attractions. It is an exciting business that pits man against beast. Hatari means danger in Swahili, but Hatari also means a spectacular adventure film. The fine cast also includes Red Buttons. I don't know if I'd watch that. I don't know. I'm not excited about that. On the other hand, I don't think it's complete trash, but look at this tape. That is pristine, sir. That is a factory sticker. I don't see any signs that this was anything but a private cassette. So let's see if we got any problems. Where are we here? That stack's getting kind of wobbly. Let's see. So, our last one. Heartburn. Oh my God, people were excited. Meryl Streep and Jack Nicholson. Carly Simon singing the songs. This movie is a downer, but it is a good movie. I've seen this probably, I don't know, 2-3 times. And it's about I think it was based on a real story. And these two are married, but Jack is quite the cheater, and in their small little community, it gets around, and ooh boy, Meryl Streep ain't into it. You know what I mean? This ain't the 70s anymore, sir. This is the 80s. Be kind, rewind, but great shape. I think Heartburn was a little bit later. So that's why I think they've figured out their glue situation from some of the older ones. And look who that is. That's got to be the same guy, right? So, I mean, can I recommend Heartburn? I don't know. I mean, it's a good movie, but you hate to see people go through a big trauma. That's all I'm going to say about that. And that's going to do it for this round of A to Z. So I want to thank you for watching, and we will carry on.